Let's draw. Select the 3D sketch, line command. Now here you can see these X, Y and Z. So I can say that this line should be along my X-axis, Y-axis, and again this along X-axis. I'll click on line command. Now this is in XY plane, but I want the line here, so that line will be in YZ plane. We have to press the tab key. So now it's YZ. Again, if I press the tab key, then it will say ZX plane, but I want YZ plane, so I'll just select YZ plane, and now I can click over here, then again vertical line and up to this point. This line is along the Z axis and this line is along Y axis and this is along Z axis. Similarly, again if I have to sketch over here, then that will be coming in this XY plane. For that we have to select XY plane, vertical line, and just connect these two. Again I can say this should be along X, this is along Y, and this is along X, and then just click on this point and this point. Similarly, just click on this point and this point, and done. Now all the vertical lines should have same size, so make equal, and also these 2, 3 and 4 should be equal. Height, let's say 250 mm, length is 600 mm, and width 350 mm. Now sketch is fully defined. You can come out of it, go into Weldments, structural member. In this you have to select the square a tube size 60 by 60 by 5 group. First group 1, 2, 3, 4. Second group 1, 2, 3, 4, and then the last one. Done. So you can see how quickly we have drawn this with the help of these weldments and structural members of SolidWorks. And you can hide this 3D sketch now. It looks more robust. Just click on normal view, and we have to sketch on this face by clicking on these lines and just giving the constraints 25 from this face as well. Cancel. Come out of the sketch. Features, extruded boss, 10 mm. Yeah, it's fine. Okay, so we have drawn the stand. Let us save the part uh, quickly. Here I can say as a stand. Let's go and create a new assembly file, and in this I can call the stand part. Click on OK. So this F says that this is a fixed one, means if you try to move, then SolidWorks says the selected component is fixed component, it can't be moved. If you right click on that and say float, now you can move it in the space, right? But we will keep it as fixed one. Again I will call that part, and now it's fixed. Fine. Now let us call the motor which we want to fix on the stand. This is that. Now here you can see this X, Y and Z and the option of rotation over there. So along X I have to rotate it, then along Y I have to rotate it, again I have to rotate it along X, and final one. So now I can click on the screen and we have to give the constraints. This is motor with a gearbox having a shaft and a key on it, and flange at the base having 4 holes on that. With those we can mount this motor. I will say select the face and this face, make it coincident, then centrally we have to mount it somewhere here. So I have to give the width met. For that I'll select these two face, or this face and this face I'll select, and the face of the plates, and here you can see the width met is there. Now it is located centrally. Now if you try to move the motor, so this motor moves only in this direction now, and let us fix that also. Means this face from this face I'll give distance made, and let us say that is 250. Save. The first component is a fixed one and the second component is also fully constrained. So here you can see fully defined geometry, as no movement can occur as all the components in this file are freezed. Okay, now let us give the holes on the plate which will match the size of this hole which are on the flange of motor, and then we'll just add the nut and bolt. Okay, now we will add the holes on the plate. For that, right click on this and say as edit part, and sketch on this face. Circle command, move the cursor on this circular arc. The center point is getting highlighted. Click on that point, and up to this point is the size of that hole. Similarly, center point and size. Going on to the other side, center point, size. Center point was not selected correctly. Again circle command, center point and size, circle command, done. Sketch is fully defined. Come out of the sketch and you can go into features and say as extruded cut. Depth we don't know, then we can always choose this option as up to next. Means in future if we change the size of the plate, the depth of the hole will always suit that size when we select this option up to next. Click on OK and come out of this. So when you check, the holes are already made. On the bottom side we can check the holes are made. Let's add the hardware in this now. For adding that, you can go in design library. Here is the option of the toolboxes and add in now asymmetric bolts, socket head screws, socket head screw, M10 size, that's fine, and let us select the length as 50 mm. I hope this suits. Click on OK and let's check the size. This size is 5.5, so that will be 11 size for of that hole, and then M10 socketed screw will suit there, is suitable. Let us give the constraints: circular constraint, concentric constraint, then flat face. Select the hardware and here we can find the option of copy with mates. Click on the next and now you just need to click on these mates. First is concentric. Now I will click on the second hole and then the flat face where the bottom face of this bolt should mate. It's done. Click on OK. Go on to the other side. Circular face, flat face, correct? Circular face, flat face, OK, and you can come out. So with this we have added the hardware, bolts. Now let us add the nuts. Let us select the first option, select the size as M10, click OK and rotate this part. Select the circular face, cylindrical face. With this give the concentric mate and this flat face should mate with this bottom flat face. Done. And again with the help of the copy with mates, click on next and just give the concentric face, flat face. Done. Concentric face, flat face. Done. Come out of it. So you can see with the help of this nut and bolt we have fixed the motor over its stand.